Good evening, everybody. It's Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything, and I have the amazing Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Happy Tuesday, right? We're in
I
another,
know.
was it the third quarter? So we need to make sure that we finish this quarter off right. That's what we're doing, right?
Exactly. It's like life is like, oh, but
Yeah.
wonderful. I am so excited about this interview today because I think you were so cool. Because I went and stalked you everywhere, even more. I stalked you some more, and I think you're so excellent.
I'm gonna make sure I block you after the next talk, okay? I'm just joking.
We can't. We can't. Because I'm going to promote you forever. So now you got to keep me in the loop. So I got to know what's going on with your life.
I got you 24/7. I got you. We're gonna stay in the loop for everything. You're not gonna get rid of me, okay? I'm gonna be
all right. Good.
talking too.
All right. So let's start also. What's the name of your actual business? The real reason we're here today.
Well, Extreme Fitness and Nutrition, I started back in 2005. I finally made it an LLC in 2015. So pretty much it started off as I was a trainer at Value Total Fitness, and I felt my calling was fitness, but I didn't think I would be where I'm at today. And a lot of people said, you're an athlete, you should expand, you got a lot of potential, and I think you do this on your own. And for me, I just was like, okay, I didn't really think of it that way. I just said, okay, cool. Then when I finally started to work with people and the referrals started coming in, I just started to branch out. And then I also started to learn more about people, injuries, all different aspects of fitness outside of what I know as an athlete. So I took what I know as an athlete and use it, but there's so many different people that have different issues and stuff like that, as far as getting healthy and fit. And I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm not going to train them. I said, okay, cool. Everybody's an athlete, but everybody has stuff with them. So my thing with Extreme Fitness and Nutrition, I added the sports aspect to it. So I have a sports performance piece to it, where I do speed camps for football athletes and track athletes. It's attracted lacrosse and other sports, soccer and stuff like that. But my main thing is like football and track and field, because that's straight raw speed. And those sports right there go hand in hand. And then on the other part of the nutrition part, mainly is just like clean eating. I don't really do, everybody does so much with nutrition. I just clean eating. I know everybody has dietary stuff going on and everything, but for me, it's just, if you eat clean, that's going to help you. That's it. I don't have any, what's that magic potion to it. You are what you eat. And I live by that. And what was the other part? I'm adding probably in another year or two, Extreme Athletics, which is probably going to be a nonprofit organization. I haven't really put it together yet, but that's the third piece to that part. And that's for like kids or athletes that they can't afford going to sports programs. They can't afford certain, I hate to say that, but it's for me to help kids fulfill their dream. Let's put it that way. Because I hate to use kids are disfortunate, disadvantaged. I hate to use that word. It's just that life happens. And if I could be that person that can help them fulfill their dream, I'm willing to do that. I mean, that's just me. And that's it. Extreme Fitness has been around for that amount of time. It's branched out. It goes from New York to Virginia. It still is an LLC in New York. And I'm trying to branch another piece to Virginia. But I'm trying to see if my market will be Virginia. My market will always be New York. And then I have some market in DC and stuff like that, and in Maryland. So yes, that's pretty much it. Not that Virginia is not where I want to be. It's just the business is not where I want it to be for what I do. In those other areas, that's where it's at, But let's see how it goes.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with branching out and being across states.
Yeah. I didn't think I could do that, because when I moved to Virginia, I got scared for switching over totally to Virginia. So I kept my LLC in Europe, because I still have dedicated clients that still reach out to me, still want to work out with me, excuse me. And when I go to New York, there's people like, hey, when are you in town? I'm going to train with you. So that's always been my go-to market. Like, everybody in New York still works with me in any, shape or form. Here in Virginia is a little different, because it's the South. Everybody's drive through. They don't really hone into fitness like that. It's mainly kids will benefit from it because parents have money to pay for them. So the market is different. So all of my speed agility camps do very well here in Virginia than they do in New York, because New York has so much sports performance centers, so much competition. But on the other aspect of it, there is other ways around it. But here, you know, that is kids. Parents will buy training for their kids. For themselves, no, it's Mickey D's and stuff like that. They don't work out. They don't see it. So, you know, you got to know your market. So I know what my market is, and branches to that market. So I work those different channels. And then also to flag football and pro women's football teams and stuff like that. So I'm trying to branch out work and coach them, get a contract with them with a couple of pro or semi-pro teams, or some teams that's trying to go pro, which they help with their speed and agility and sports performance and stuff like that. And I forgot to mention, I do write strength and conditioning programs too, as well, for adults, kids, and stuff like that. And it's not just athletes I work with. I work with people that have diseases, you know, not saying like diseases, I hate to use that word, but you know, health issues. Let's use that word, health issues, like heart problems, you name it, I've trained them. So for me, it's not just athletes. I know I'm honing on that. I'm only honing on athletes because right now, that seems like the market that I'm in right now in Virginia. Whereas if I'm in New York or DC, the market is general population and athletes.
Got it.
But I mean, online training too as well. I've had a couple of online training during the pandemic, like it was called Slay on Saturdays, and that did pretty well. But then when everything opened up, everybody went back to the gym. But you know, every now and then, you know, some online training will come through. It's just a different market. People are more trusting to people that they know. So if you build your client, then you could transfer them to online. Building a client online is kind of sketchy because a lot of people are funny with kind of like, okay, I'm spending this much money, I don't even know what you're worth. So online training is, you got to have your clientele base. You got to have your things set in stone, or online training is not going to really work. So that's all I got to say about that. People may beg, but that's my experience. I've been, you know, dealing with online training and it disappears. And then more so, a lot of people are in person now. So, but I'm more of an in-person person anyway, but I want to gravitate to the online training, make it more global, whereas just other people I'm working with, it may not be athletes, it could be general population people that, you know, don't want to go to the gym just because, not just because of the pandemic, they just don't like the gym. They want to be in the comfortability of their own homes, and that's just what it is, you know?
Yeah.
That's the market we live in.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Everything is changing though, because, you know, we all, like the pandemic hit, right? Everybody went to the internet. It was like everything, like training, pop-ups, paint and sips, everything was online. And now people was like, since we go outside, they go, well, I got to be outside. And it's like, so now everything's changed back to, and you kind of like, this online market is sliding away because people don't want to be in their house, especially now during the summertime. Let November come back around in the north, people are gonna be right back in the house. Prime time. You got to really think about it. You know, it's like, it doesn't make any sense right now. So it seems like you're doing a lot with this business, and where you're trying to go with it in the next 5 years. That's one of my major questions. I think you answered it already.
I did. Yeah. Answer part of it. Right now, I'm part-time in the business only because the business is not where I want it to be. I'm predicting by 2022 that it's going to be fully ran business, where I'm just working just for myself. And that's just what it is. And because it's what I love doing. I'm not a 9-to-5 person. I've worked jobs and I'm like, this is not for me. I really like the freeness that I can just make my own schedule and do what I need to do. It is what I love doing. I wake up every day. I love doing this. It's not just a paycheck. I love what I do. And the passion behind helping people change their lives through fitness, through health, through mental performance, whatever it is, that's just what I love doing. It's nothing like being called to do something that you love doing instead of saying, hey, because this is how much I'm going to make, I'm going to do it. There's money to spread around for anything you do, but if you love doing it, the money will come without you asking for it or looking for it. But people tend to think that they have to do this because this is going to make the money. But do you really love doing it? You can make all the money in the world, but do you love doing it? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I mean,
it's all about passion.
Yeah. That's what I firmly believe. That's what, as businesses, I could say anybody that owns a business is not easy, but the more you put into it, the more you network, the more you do what you're supposed to do in the right way, it's going to open up for you. You're going to have opportunities. Here I am with you, my first stalker. But but at the end of the day, I just believe that. And also too, for me, I've been a long-term athlete. I just missed the Olympics by I don't know how many seconds, but at the end of the day, my story can help other young athletes. Be resilient and persistent in what you want to do, and don't let anybody tell you can't do it. That's just it. I mean, I know I shouldn't say this, but age doesn't mean anything. People always figure because you reach a certain age, you can't do certain things. I'm 39 and I'm still fulfilling my dream as a professional athlete. When some people would say, you're too old for this. And I'm like, that's nice. I'm still going to do it. That's it. And if it's wrong, let me be wrong. But I know that I wanted to do this and it's what I love doing. And that's just what it is. Age or no age. So, and I'm still competing. I'm probably going to see how the next Olympics goes for track and field. That's got to see how my body goes. And I'm getting a little older. But I am doing the bobsled team next year for 2022 for Puerto Rico. So they asked me to represent them. So I'm going to be their first mono bobber. They just add that for Beijing 2022 Olympics. So yeah, I have a chance to make history right here. Black Girls Rock. First mono bobber.
Yes. I'm very excited about that.
But everybody knows that now. So that's my new thing that I am doing, that I'm pursuing, because at the end of the day, I love me and I love doing what I do, and can't nobody tell me I can't do it. And that's just what it is.
Well, listen, even the thought of being close enough to saying like, yeah, even to be in a qualifier for the Olympics for me is like big. Because I grew up on track and field. That's where I was a runner. I did all that cool stuff. Like when
said that. I'm a whole internet. What events did you run?
Because I was a 400 hurdler. I ran the 600. I was a middle distance runner. I really enjoyed it.
I did the hurdles. I want you to hear a story. And Colgate's women's games. I know you're familiarized with that, right? Yes. So I don't know what age I was. So my coach was like, hey, we're going to try out the hurdles. Notice I said, try out the hurdles. He put me in there. And I'm like, all right, coach. I had on, don't laugh, I had on these Reebok pump sneakers. Remember those pump sneakers with a little pump?
At Colgate?
Yes. I had on Reebok pump sneakers. I'm not lying to you. They were black. I remember the white laces. I would pump them up. You know, I said, I'm going to pump them up because, you know, it's going to make me get over these hurdles. I was scared as I don't know what. I jumped over about a few of them. I don't remember when I hit the hurdle. I hit it and slipped the hurdle. I walked off and I sat down and I said, I ain't doing no more hurdles. But I did do them again in college. I did it for the pentathlon back in college. And I did pretty good. But I practiced that time. My other coach was like, just go do it. And I'm like,
that's not a go do it type of thing.
But yeah, I was one of those kids. I was like, okay.
I'm gonna try it. Yo, but Reebok pumps though, because now I'm gonna make a meme about you with some Reebok pumps and how you slid through the
that was my
first hurdles in them things. Those things was like so clunky.
Yeah, but you know what is, my mom didn't know, you know, she didn't know I wanted to run track. So she just, you know, I was one of those kids, my mom's like, yeah, go ahead. But we didn't know that, you know, you can't run in no Reebok pumps. Some things were heavy.
Yes.
And then finally, when my mom figured out what sneakers I needed, fine. But yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Reebok pump it up over some hurdles. Ooh. It was probably the sneakers. I'm gonna blame it on the sneakers. It wasn't even you.
Yeah, you know, I just, you know, I was just, yeah.
You would have flew over them naturally.
Yeah, you know.
You know, I love this sport though. It was great though. I think I also like because we spent so much time together, the track team, because you know, with practices and the track meets being like your whole life. Really become some of my closest friends still to this day. 20 years later, we're still really close because we spent all our time together, like all through high school.
Track family. My elementary school is not here no more. It's called St. Clement Pope. I mean, I was in that school from pre-K to 8th grade. And then a lot of us went to Catholic school, high school or whatever. But all of my friends from that school are close to me. I mean, high school, college, not so much, but we all ran track together. It was all big family and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, you know, when someone hears about someone running track, especially the team that I was on, I mean, they give you those accolades that, hey, former alumni. And I'm like, yeah, you know. And I mean, that's my first track team. I will always be an alumni for that track team. But the fact that track family, wherever you go, I mean, it's longevity there. Like, you know, they parents, you know, everybody. That's what it is. But that's pretty much it. I love track. I haven't stopped doing track. Only time I've had stopped is because of injuries. I had car accidents, stuff like that. But I've always said, okay, I got to get myself together, broken or not, to get back to where I got to go. You know, it's unfortunate that some of those injuries blocked me from making Olympics, but I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna wait these 4 years out. I'm gonna wait these 4 years out. I'm gonna wait these 4 years out. I know everybody was like, this girl's still running. She got to be 90 years old.
Well, listen, it's what you love, though.
Yeah, I'm just making jokes only because everybody's like, you still doing it? I was like, if God bless me, still do it. I'm going to do it. You know, I don't have any issues that I can't run, you know, and my body's intact. So you take care of your body, it'll last. It's like a car. You put good oil in it, you know, it's going to run. If you put the little $5.99 oil in it, the car going to be burnt out. You got to take care of yourself, you know?
That is true. So tell me a little bit about your workout, though, because your body, though.
Man, workouts, whew, okay. It's 2 hours in the track and it's 2 hours in the weight room. So technically what I do is 2 a days, or sometimes depending on, you know, my training cycle is 1 a day. So I didn't go to the track yet. I'm going after I'm done with you. So typically for a sprinting, it's a lot of short stuff, a lot of power stuff. And there's some days with long stuff where I'm doing like repeat 400s, repeat 200s, repeat 300s. I hate those workouts. So I don't talk about
I remember those.
But yeah, I hate them with a passion because I got to run 200. So I have to be on that. So it's a speed day, then it's a speed endurance day.
Got it.
And then it's like a day that I work on like blocks and mechanics and stuff like that. So everything's all split out. There's like hard, easy, or depending on, like I said, the cycle's like 4 weeks, depending on how the cycle is for my getting ready for track meets. Like it could be like a taper, a 10-day taper from the track meets that I'm doing and stuff like that. So it just depends. Like today, for instance, what am I doing today? Oh, I'm doing, what am I doing today? Today's Tuesday. No, I'm actually off today. Yesterday, I had like block work, sled pulls, and stuff like that for speed workout. Off today, then tomorrow's probably going to be speed endurance, I believe. That long stuff that I don't like 250s. I think it's 250s and a couple of 300s, I believe, something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, the long stuff that I hate doing. And then it's days that I have for weight training, it's unload and load up day. So it could be legs, arms, not in the extent I'm doing dumbbells, but like power cleans, squats, lunges, deadlifts. Like there's no single stuff. Everything's worked all together. And then pour stuff in there, block box jumps and pliers and stuff like that. So it's a lot of high intense, high impact stuff that I got to do. And then afterwards, ice bath and soak and stuff like that to recover. If not, I'm going to be tired, worn out. Because being a sprinter is not as easy as a distance runner is because it's more impact. But distance running is a lot, but I'm saying sprinting, like your body goes through so much high impact, pounding and beating up, you know, you got to recover the right way, stuff like that. But yeah, ice baths are my best friends.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it.
You never know.
I probably would like it. You know, that's probably half the time when I was working on my trainer last night. I couldn't get out the bed the next day. Maybe I should have took an ice bath.
So wait a minute.
I don't recover that well.
So you're telling me you can't do this, but you got a trainer and you're getting sore. It's the same thing. It's just you're training at a different level. You know, we all athletes in a certain aspect. You're not buying it, right?
Sure. Let me get back to working out like I'm like 22 in a minute. Because I'm now at 41, so I have to work even harder.
You have to work
I do. It's crazy.
It's
That
crazy.
metabolism thing is crazy.
So because you be eating them dipsy doodles from the bodegas and stuff.
Yeah. Listen, first of all, I got married to a woman I really love who can cook.
Okay.
I'll be busy. And she be cooking me all the food. I'm like,
No,
I don't want to eat that.
I can't eat that today.
It'd be so bad.
Making them cakes and stuff.
Hey. I'm like, all right.
Right? You say yeah, and you be like, man, I'm about to get on this treadmill.
Yep. I'm like, let me go walking. People went around walking outside at 11 o'clock at night. Listen, I am walking this dinner off. I don't know what y'all thought. Babe, where you going? I will be back in 45 minutes.
Right?
Just going. Like,
no, I know. I've been married. I'm divorced now, but I understand. I'm like, babe, listen, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. I definitely can't eat that. There's some days I'm like, okay, I'll eat this, but once a week. But she don't get it. I'll be like, I just give me some dry vegetables. I can't eat nothing you just made. Nothing. Like Puerto Rican food, you can't eat that during, I'm sorry, you cannot eat that during your track season. It's gonna be bloop, bloop, bloop. Nah, too much rice. So
yeah, that's what I'm looking like now. I can't go to no track meet. They're like, who are you? I'm like, I'm leaving.
You be a thrower.
Yeah, I could shot put a little bit. I still got a lot of strength. I could do that.
Yeah, I could do that, you know. I wouldn't run around track, but I could do shot put.
No. Funny thing, a couple of years, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go play softball, right? With some adults. I'm gonna have a good time. I got off, I hit the ball. I swear my feet were running in the same spot because I hadn't sprinted in so long. It was ridiculous. My whole body hurt so bad the next day. I couldn't get out of bed. But then, midway through the season, I got all my moves back. I was good. But yeah, it was bad.
Do you run at all, or you just do
No, I still jog. I do.
Okay.
I do. But
right. You're gonna race.
I always hated sprint workouts and hills and stuff like that. So I don't make myself do it. I should, but I don't.
It's good stuff for your heart. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, do it all the time, but it's good stuff for your heart. Hill runs, yeah, you fit.
Yeah. You keep on trying to convince me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. How about this? I can make a package. I'll just give you one train like Tony session. You know what I'm saying? Just one. 2 hours. You got trained with 2 hours. That's my session.
2 hours. Your session's 2 hours. I probably can do that.
The warm up is an hour, and then the workout is the workout for an hour.
Really? You warm up for a whole hour?
Mm-hmm. I train all my clients 2 hours. I train 2.5 hours, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, my clients, all of them train 2 hours. Adults too, 2 hours. They look at me like I'm crazy, but it's the mobility part, getting your body ready. You can't just, I'm just gonna go lift and do stuff. Your body's not ready for 30 minutes. But standard personal trainers will train you for an hour, but not this one.
Yeah.
You need your body to be ready and conditioned and start to get the changes you need and stuff like that. That's why it's 2 hours.
That makes sense.
Get more out of it.
I give you that. My best workouts are usually something I'm in the gym usually for 2.5. And you just be going and going and going. And then after I'm done, I'm like, oh, am I done already? Am I really done? I'm really not.
And you know, it's just 2 hours passed by, right? And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
That's true. You are right about that one.
An hour feels like 30 minutes when you work with a trainee, talking to them and everything. They're like,
yeah,
like, oh, it was like 10 minutes ago. Like, that session went by quickly because we were talking. We didn't work out.
I watch some trainers. They talk the whole time and they keep blah, 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 blah. The person's just standing there. I'm like, why are you still standing there? Isn't it their next set yet?
Right? Like, yeah, I used to do that. And I'm like, okay, you got 5 more minutes and then we got to start the session because, yeah. But some come for just because, they're going through stuff and I'm like, okay, you got to train. Like, and I'm like, all right, come on, just have a therapy session. It's okay. All right. Hey, they pay me, right?
So how many clients do you have now?
I lost count. I don't count. But right now I just have like kids now. They just come out of high school track and field stuff, states, regionals, and all that stuff. So they're just doing background training with me. So I got like 5 for right now. That's it. But it's the summertime. That's why I say it's all kids. Adults do not train because, like I said, they put the money with their kids. So it's just a lot of kids right now. And right now, there's a couple of speed camps this month and next month that I'm doing. So that'll generate maybe 20, 30 kids, but not little kids, like kids in high school, college, pro, stuff like that. I don't work with any younger kids. I have one young kid I do work with. She's 10. The only reason why I work with her is because she's very mature. She's at a different level. She's not the average 10-year-old. And the reason why I don't train any kids younger is because the training style is a little bit more elite. And a kid that's 7, 8, they're not listening to a word I'm saying. They just happy to be here. So it's more so of athletes that are trying to go to another level, advance from where they're at. Like say if it's a kid that's trying to get ready for NFL Columbine, he wants to get his 40-yard dash together. I'm working with him on his speed and agility stuff and his strength and conditioning stuff. If it's a track athlete, they're getting ready for indoor season, so they're doing background stuff right now.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. So it's just seasonal how the clients come in based on each sport. So right now, football is on off season and track and field right now. The other sports I don't really know, but yeah, football and track and field. Right.
Okay. All right, cool. So how can people find you? So say somebody like little old me who needs to drop 35 pounds wanted to book you as a trainer. How could I do that?
Well, I'm on Linktree at extremefitnut. And you go on the Linktree, and you could book your fitness consultation or your fitness assessment, and we'll take it from there. The fitness assessment is about 45 minutes to an hour. The fitness consultation is 15 minutes. So if you want a 15-minute call, or if you just want to just book the 15-minute, the 45 minutes an hour assessment, you can. But I always recommend get a consultation because we're moving forward with that assessment to really get you, okay, this is what we're doing to move to this step. The consultation says, hey, we can move forward to book you on your assessment. But some people skip and they say, I just want the assessment. I don't need the 15-minute call. But that's how it works. And then you can find me on Instagram at extremefitnut. You can find me on Facebook at extremefitnut. And all of that links to my Linktree. So if you want to do that, you can click on the Linktree. The Linktree is in the link in the profile bio. And once you click on it, it'll take you there and you can just book your sessions there and stuff like that. If you have questions, you could just DM me and stuff like that or email me. All that information is there. And then if you want to take advantage of any programs, they're there. You click on the speed clinics is there. You just click on it and you could book your clinics there. Also, too, the online training is there. And I believe the Slay on Saturdays is there. So all of those programs are there if you want to take advantage of them. Just click on it and pay, and there we go. And then also, too, I'm a brand ambassador for Ion Performance. And it's a performance soap that I recommend everybody use. So I have that on there. So if anybody goes click on that link, they get 25% off on their first purchase. All that's on the Linktree. And that's how you can take advantage of pretty much anything that's going on with Extreme. And also I do health coaching too. I have a partnership that I do with Apostle Camilla Stevenson. I just started that. That launch is going on right now as we speak. She put it up live up. So I'll be doing health coaching for that. And that's like a high ticket program that people buy into for a health coach. I'm like your accountability person taking you through this to get you from here to here to here health wise. So I'm really excited about that because that's a big partnership that I'm working with right now. So yeah, you could get me through there. I mean, if you want a health coach, I'm working with her. But if you want to take advantage of working with Extreme Fitness, that's how you can get me right there. Or, Google Antoinette Padilla. Sound ghetto, right? Google Antoinette Padilla and it'll pull up Extreme Fitness and Nutrition because that's just what it is. And it'll pull up everything you need to know. But pretty much Extreme Fit Nut, that's all you gotta do. And it links you to everything to find me for everything. So yeah.
That's you?
Yeah, it's me. That's me all day. But everybody's gonna look me up for Antoinette Padilla. Tony's my nickname. So a lot of people call me Tony, but if they look up my first and last name, it'll pull up my Twitter, my Extreme Fit Nut. It'll pull up everything that I do, like my whole life profiles on the internet. You can't miss it.
Nope, you can't.
I know, because you was like, okay, let me, oh, okay. Okay, all right. I mean, joking. I'm on LinkedIn too, so my LinkedIn is linked to everything too. So you'll find me.
And trust my people stalking you, you're easy to find.
Maybe I want to get stalked. Now I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, I mean, for marketing purposes, that's what I use the internet for. I'm really not on it like that. I mean, my family and friends is on my Facebook, so I don't have any craziness on my Facebook. It's really truly people that know me are on my social media. But I use it for business purposes and connecting with people. That's it. I don't be on there for the TikToks and this. I don't that stuff. But yeah, it's only for business purposes for me. That's all I do on there. Yeah.
All right, Tony, thank you so much for your time today. And before you leave, do you want to leave the beautiful people with something?
Yes, I would like to say follow your dreams at any given course. Don't let anybody tell you it's not possible. Understand that in doing anything you do, there is a struggle, right? In that struggle, the light comes. That's all I can say with that. And just keep being resilient, persistent, and persevere in anything you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's you that needs to do it, not them. So you have to follow any and everything you want in life. I don't care what it is, and just go for it. That's it. Rock it off till the wheels fall off. You got this. All right.
I'll write that down, by the way.
All right, that's cool. That's what's up. Make sure when you write that down, put my name next to it and make it the next quote. You know,
I will quote you. I am all big on
quotes. Quote. You know, Muhammad Ali got the little quotes. Y'all want to put / Antoinette Padilla and put the little, yeah, that's me. I want some quotes and stuff, No,
I feel you. I feel you. All right. Thank you again. We'll speak soon.
All right. Thank you again for interviewing me. Thanks again. Take care, guys.